Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Ranting Atheist. Today I want to share 5 things I changed my mind on because of my lack of belief in a God. Being brought up in religion, you look at everything through your God lenses. So when people try to say, let's separate religion from this one, it is very hard because this has been wired in your brain. It's even to the extent that when people created that phrase called "What would Jesus do?" So it is basically you are following the Bible to the letter. And this is how fundamentalist mentality came up. So I myself, I don't know if I'll describe the Christianity that my parents taught me as fundamentalism, but they were slightly liberal, but it has a fundamental nature to it. So the first thing is LGBTQ matter. I was a fucking homophobic bastard. Like, kill all the fags and tow their grave. A phrase in the lyrics of this song, one of these Green Day songs. You know, when it comes to LGBTQ matter in Nigeria, there's always that heavy discrimination. People are very vicious when it comes to LGBTQ matter. Like during the NSAS, FEMCO is the organization that we know has been supporting the NSAS protest massively. But as soon as they mention that they are also in support of LGBTQ matters, everybody forgot the mission and everybody came for FEMCO, started attacking them, that they are bringing LGBTQ agenda. As in, it's really sad. When I saw that, I began to say, are we really serious in this country that we can't just, for once, everybody together in one mission? But it is on LGBTQ that the line was drawn. And as a Christian, I was not different, because I know if I was still a Christian during this that NSAS period on the LGBT, I would have reacted the same way. Because Christianity by design, you are taught to hate homosexuals, because they will bring back the whole even God hates homosexuality based on how it destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. But if someone has even questioned me about the story, about the full story, I would have not been able to talk about it, because all the stories of Sodom and Gomorrah was based on what pastors, parents, friends, basically the Christian community just used Sodom and Gomorrah as the overall arcing story of why homosexuals are bad. But during my deconversion process, I finally read the full story of this whole Lot and the reason why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And I discovered that it was just cherry-picked. They just pick places in that story to make their point. Because they refused to mention the part where Lot offered his 2 daughters to be raped in place of the angels. Because women are considered property in the Bible, obviously. They are almost no different from cow, ox, or whatever. Fucking disgusting. The story now goes on. After the pillar of salt, daughters were now worried about giving birth. Like, is that all women are good for? Then next they make their father drunk. They have sex with him and have children as a way of vindicating the man of not being involved, making the women look bad. You can see that the backbone story of the anti-LGBTQ movement, Sodom and Gomorrah story, is just bullshit. Utter bullshit. In the process of my research during my deconversion, I came across a video of gay lions. And one will now ask the question, who taught them? Because Christians like to ask the question and claim homosexuality is a choice and it was taught. But now, who taught these lions? You can Google it. You can check YouTube. Who taught these lions homosexuality if it's unnatural? And this exposed the flaws of the anti-LGBTQ matter. And it helped me to stop looking at them as less than human. Because that's basically what the bigotry against them is. Looking at them like they are not human beings at all. Just know that whenever you are condemning LGBTQ people, you are simply dehumanizing them. You are simply saying they are less than human beings. They don't deserve any form of human rights. Just stop. Next one is purity culture. You know, this one really fucked me up as a teenager, because with the raging hormones and at such an age where your body is changing and you are reacting to the opposite sex in weird ways. And I was very unfortunate to be a 15-year-old in a university that is fundamentalist as fuck. Covenant University. It was always about don't have sex, blah, 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 blah. It was just irritating that no guidance to even teach us how do you suppress all these urges. Instead, all we got was, if you do this, we suspend or expel you. Like, how does that help a teenager learn about how to control their urges? Fear. When you have nothing to teach them on how to suppress such natural urges, you resort to fear. Don't do this or else. Don't do that or else. Suspension, expulsion, go to hell. It's just the same bullshit every time. When you start looking at things through God glasses, when I looked at this pretty culture, I could see a pattern. The pattern was very targeted at girls and women. Everything in the Bible is about virgins. Any small thing, virgin. Like Lot's daughters, they were virgins. When Moses was on his genocide spree, in Numbers 31 verse 17 and 18, it says, now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that has known a man by lying with him. But all the women, children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself. Another Bible passage is this virgin obsession. Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 28 and 29 also, If a man finds a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he has humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. This Bible passage really fucked with me. You raped a woman, but it's a story for another day. But the emphasis is on virgin. Leviticus 21 verse 9. If a priest's daughter defiles herself by becoming a prostitute, she disgraces her father, she must be burned in fire. In the same chapter, verse 13, the high priest must marry a virgin. Then verse 14 and 15 say, he must not marry a widow, a divorced woman, or a woman defiled by prostitution, but only a virgin from his own people, so that he will not defile his offspring among his people. I am the Lord who makes him holy. What the fuck? Then the ultimate, the virgin birth. Matthew 1 verse 23. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which is God with us. Always obsessed with virgin. The obsession with virgins in the Christian doctrine is so glaring and disgusting. If you look at it properly, it is just designed to subjugate women. And this last Bible passage I want to read shows it. In Genesis chapter 38 verse 24, Tamar, who is Judah's daughter-in-law, was pregnant, and her husband died maybe, I don't know whether some years or some child died a while back. Immediately she was accused of prostitution, as expected. And Judah is the person that gave her belly. He said she should be burned to death. Yes, he did not know he was the one that impregnated her. But in verse 18, Judah slept with a prostitute on his way to shear his sheep or something like that. But no consequence. He's a man. Because if you look at it, Judah is a widower, but he can have sex without consequence. But Tamar is a widow, but she must not sleep with any man until she's married again. What the fuck? Pretty culture is bullshit. It is just designed to keep women down. Now, the third issue I changed my mind on is abortion. I understood that abortion is not a black and white matter. First of all, as someone who doesn't possess a womb, I have no say over what someone who has a womb does with their own. Like, men need to get that into their head. You have no autonomy over a woman's body. That message is so hard for men to understand. Because you married her, you feel she's your property. Are you mad? Body autonomy is the priority, because a woman has the right to choose who uses her body, and that includes the fetus. And people try to guilt trip them by saying you are killing babies. But a fetus is not a baby yet, especially in the early stages of pregnancy. So all this you are killing babies is just mind games, bullshit. And there are even situations where a woman needs to perform an abortion, like in the situation of rape. The traumatic experience of rape is not funny. Some people will see the child as a reminder of the rapist, and in turn transfer their aggression on the child, and that child has a bad upbringing because of the mother's trauma. It's best for that life not to come into existence, so that the ripple effects of that rape will not continue. This abortion matter is situational, and only the owner of the womb has a say. The woman who owns this womb is her body. Let her do what she wants with it. And I feel that the only time when that autonomy should be overridden is if this abortion is going to kill her. The doctor needs to decide, is this going to kill her? Then, madam, you cannot do it. You have to keep the child so that you don't die. Any other situation, mind your fucking business. Let the woman decide. Men, na the year. Number 4, all human beings are flawed. Nobody is perfect. For some weird reason, we assume when someone is a spiritual, they are good people. They are perfect. Like I don't understand. Because when you see pastors now, the scandals are coming out. Yet all their followers, all their fans are usually surprised, and they start saying they don't do so. It's not possible. It's not possible. And it's because of this holier than thou mentality that has entered Christianity and religious thinking altogether. Holier than thou. Pastor, my pastor, you cannot do this. My pastor. You know, these men of God, they have this pseudo demigod status as people that cannot do any wrong. Meanwhile, they are just human beings. Look at Edepo, they will think he cannot do any wrong. If tomorrow I hear that Edepo has been fucking bitches up and down, I will not be surprised. Human beings are flawed. But all the stands, they will be in shock. They'll be in shock. If I hear tomorrow Adebo is gay, I will not be surprised. No human being is perfect. But we are just deceitful, especially in the church. Because these people bleed, they cry, they eat, they shit, they sleep like any other human being. We all make mistakes. So we should learn from these mistakes and just make new ones. That's all. It's not hard. Don't buy the words of Jesus Christ in Matthew chapter 5 verse 48, which says, "Be ye perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect." Loriro. That's in a confirm Loriro. Lies. Be ye perfect. No human being is perfect. This Bible passage is a blatant lie. And lastly, hellfire is pure bullshit. Hellfire, the place used to threaten us as children when Cain is not working. Simply they stick to the carrot called heaven. Because some people are not motivated to comply with the doctrine, for a reward. So they also put fear as backup. It's just how Christianity rolls. Since modern technology has already, we expose the absurdity of the when God versed in the Old Testament, they now come and say, now we're in the era of grace. So it makes it easy for someone like me to say, fuck God, and nothing will happen because we're in the era of grace. But when I say that statement, fuck God, it pains them. So in their mind, they're like, God will judge you. You will go to hell. Hell is the perfect clapback for them for such blasphemy. It's basically their only form of justice in their own head. If you look at it from another angle, because this angle is what made me lose all my fear of hellfire, is the simple question of how can an all-loving God send people to eternal torment? Does that make sense? I ask Christians this question, like, will heaven be heaven, knowing fully well that any of your loved ones are in hellfire forever? Like, how will that be heaven? Like, think about it. Have a lovely week.